Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're doing as good as me. All right, guys. Well, we have a great show ahead of us today. A lot of things are happening right now. I actually have a caller that's going to be calling, and we're going to talk some stocks. One of our stocks that we talked about, that I talked about first, PULM. Guys, it's absolutely on fire today. Let's take a look. Let's look real carefully at where it's at right now. All right, PULM, as we speak, is at... I got so many stocks that I'm watching today for you guys. It's just a little bit out of control right now. We're getting really busy. PULM is up 98%. Oh my goodness. How did I miss this one? I was telling you guys yesterday that if it goes to $2, I'm going to pick it up. I was ready this morning, ready to pick it up. It was at $2.15 yesterday, and then it shot up to $3. Now it's at $4.26, up 96, 97, 98% as we speak on 25 million shares. Who brought you this stock first? Rich did. Right here on Rich TV Live, guys. All I do is bring you guys winners, man. And this is a big one here, PULM, up 98% as we speak. Don't buy it right now. That's just a recipe for disaster. Oh, look at this. We got a call here. Hello. Hello, Daniel. All right, so I can see that you're here on the live feed. I can hear you in the background. Do you want to just mute the live feed? Perfect. All right, so did you see the stock that I talked about a couple days ago, PULM? Today was up 98%. And you know, the craziest thing was I was talking about buying it at $2. It went down to $2.15 yesterday, and I was actually going to buy it this morning. I was getting ready to buy it, and as soon as I was looking to buy it this morning, it shot up like 30 to 40%. So right away, I was like, okay, right away I'm thinking, okay, you know what, let's just chill out. Let's just see what happens here. And now it's up 98%, so I really feel like kicking myself. Even if I bought it at those levels, I would have made another 50% intraday, which is just amazing. Instead, I actually bought another stock today. The symbol is THC. It's a Canadian company that I've been watching. I actually bought it at $1.24 in November. Went up to $1.40 and came all the way down to 70 cents. And I was looking at his chart, and I just said, you know what? It was at 140. It's down to 70 cents. Let me pick some up today. So I bought some at 74 cents. It immediately went up to 78. So I'm already up 5% on that trade today. The symbol of that company, if you want to take a look at it, is THC. It's a Canadian company, but I really like it. I like the symbol. Obviously, THC, anybody that knows marijuana, that's a nice name. And yeah, I really like the stock. I like the chart, the way it looked. It looked like it was hitting its bottom. So I picked some up today at 74 cents. I'm going to do a show on it probably later today after this live stream. I'm going to stay live until the market closes because I'm going to keep our eye on all these stocks right now as they're happening. And we can talk about them live. So if you have any questions about stocks, let's go over them right now.
All right, so well, as a new beginner, I see that you're putting out great content for someone who's looking to find stocks and to find stocks that are at a good rate. What do you think right now? I know the one you were just talking about that shot up 90%. That's now at $2, but you were trying to get at $2 is hot. But what else do you see right now that's just looking like it's going to catch on fire within the next couple of days?
Wow, that's a tough question. I like THC. It's on the Canadian Stock Exchange. It's THC on the CNSX. I bought it today at 74 cents. It's currently at 75 cents. It went up to 78. Right now it's back to 75. I really like it. I think it's a company that's making money. It's a licensed producer. It's getting licensed by the Canadian government to distribute It's actually just had some news recently that it's distributing clones. So anybody that knows anything about the marijuana business, they're actually delivering and distributing clones by regular mail in Canada. So so I think that's huge. It was at $1.40. It's come down to 74, as low as 72, and I kind of felt like it hit its floor, like the bottom. So when I buy stocks, it's like buying real estate. You buy low, you sell high. So if I see a stock spin as high as $1.50, it's a real company. It's generating real revenue. It's raising capital. It's eliminating its debt, and they've got a legal license by the government of Canada to distribute and transfer clones and plants by registered mail to patients. To me, that's a company that has a future. So I take a long-term approach to these deals, and this is a company I already bought even at $1.24. It went to $1.40, $1.50, and I made some money. And then when I kept my eye on it and I saw it go down to 70 cents, I thought it's too good of a price to pass on, and I had to take a risk on it. Now, when I go to Bar Chart and other sites and I look at it, they're not saying anything great about it, but that's because it's been going down aggressively. So sometimes you have to kind of take a risk, and that's what I'm doing with this stock. But I'm doing it based on some good fundamentals. The fact that it's a real company, that it has a real license. A lot of these companies that are out there, they don't even have any licenses. They have nothing to say that they can actually be a legal distributor of medical marijuana. And that's what scares me about a lot of these medical marijuana stocks. Like, I can give you a list right now of marijuana stocks I'm looking at every day, but they're extremely risky. Like, one company that I looked at buying today is USMJ. USMJ. It's at 0016. It's under a penny. And when I called TD Bank to buy the stock, they told me that they wouldn't even allow me to buy it.
What?
Because it's too risky. So there's certain stocks that are really, really low. Another one is ERBB. Another stock that is very risky. It's at 0016. It's at a tenth of a penny. And these are stocks that are very, very risky. Now, you could make some money. You could put $1,000 in and take a risk, but you have a very good chance of losing your entire investment. And what I want to do here on Rich TV Live is I want to bring you guys really good deals where you guys don't lose your money, just like I brought you guys PULM. And I want to bring you real deals, not these deals that are just moving based on momentum or moving based on the fact that they have marijuana in their name. That's what I'm scared about. That's what I'm worried about. Now, one stock that you should look at, and I think everybody should look at, the symbol is WEED. WEED. Now, the company is named Canopy Growth Corp. They're the largest medical marijuana licensed producer in the world. They're $1 billion medical marijuana company. They just changed their symbol today to WEED. WEED. They're at $10. They've been as high as $17. But this is a company that's going worldwide. So if you want to be investing in a long-term player, in a player that's going to be like the Google of marijuana stocks, it's WEED.
You believe it's going to be weed?
Well, they just changed their symbol today to WEED. It used to be CGC, and they used to be a small cap TSX company, and they just graduated today to the TSX, to the Toronto Stock Exchange, under the symbol WEED, WEED. So to me, that's like what we would call the pioneer of medical marijuana companies. They are the biggest, they are the best. It's like, if you're trying to look at getting into a really good company, that's like the LeBron James of stocks. That's like the Steph Curry of stocks. That's the Kevin Durant of stocks.
Nice.
Now, I own that stock. And I like to own good companies. I don't just like to take risks on, penny stocks. And I can list you 7 penny stocks right now that people are buying. Write these down. CBIS. CBIS MCOA. And you know what? And I'll write this on the live feed on YouTube right now so everybody gets access to it as well. CBIS MCOA. And I know this all by heart, guys, because I'm looking at these every day. MJNA. PNTV. And then I'm going to give you some more that I'm really watching very carefully. USMJ, which I told you I couldn't even buy through TD today. So I'm going to figure out why. Very risky. The other one is ERBB. Yeah, we're going to go to market close today, everybody. And I'm going to be talking about all the stocks.
While we're talking about market closing, the CBIS one, I believe. So do you believe that that's going to go up any more before? It's already at 76, right? Was that the one? Do you think that's going to go up any higher before they close the day?
Well, the company that I talked about that I bought today is THC. That one is at 76 cents. CBIS is at around 10 cents. PNTV is at around just under 4 cents. ERBB is at 1/10 of a penny. USMJ is at 1/10 of a penny. PULM is currently at $4.28 as we speak, I believe. Let me look. $4.25, 98 up $4.27, up 98% right now. So it's way too high. I wouldn't touch it right now. I would stay away from PULM. Let's take a look at some other medical marijuana stocks that I want to give you guys. Let's see here. I've got a list here. UBQU. I was looking very carefully at it today, but it's been going down. So I like UBQU because they made $4 million last year through a subsidiary that they acquired, and they made $1.5 million in the last quarter. So to me, that's very impressive.
Wow.
That's a company at 2 cents that I think could go to $4 or $5 down the road if they continue to move in that direction. The problem is with that company is they're raising a lot of money at these prices, and that's what's driving their stock down. The other problem with that company is they have too many shares out, so there's too many people selling, so it's driving the price down. But I really like their revenue. I like their business model. I like the fact that they're making money and that they're reducing their debt. Another company that I really like is Kush Bottles. KSHB. KSHB. And you know, it gets really difficult, guys, when you're looking at like 100 stocks like I am every day, because you don't even know which ones to buy half the time because there's so many of them, and you sometimes get confused. But I typically try to find the ones that are hitting the bottom. So let's just say a stock.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
So right now we can't see what you're looking at and how you're viewing all your different stocks. What platform are you actually using to compare all your different stocks you're choosing?
Yeah, so the reason why you can't see it is, and I could show it to you guys right now, is that the quality is very bad, the resolution quality. I can go to my level 2 right now, and I can show you guys what it looks like, but the problem is the resolution quality is not very good, and that's the problem. Otherwise, I would have it up on the screen right now. Like, I can pull it up. I can pull my level 2. This is called Investors Hub. For all of you guys that are looking, this is called Investors Hub. This is what I use for my level 2 market depth. The resolution quality for some reason is not very good. That's why I haven't been showing you guys. But I'm gonna try to pull it up here so you guys can take a look at it here. Hold on. I'm logged in on my phone. I'm logged in on all my devices here, so I gotta log out of my phone. So I've got all the technology I need to do the live stream. I'm still learning how to do all of this. So I'm relatively new to all of this technology here. So this is weed. If you guys can see this, it's at $10. It's traded 1 million shares. It's on the TSX. This is a company that is what I believe the pioneer and the number one company for all medical marijuana companies right now in the world. Okay, so that's what all the companies want to become. This is the company that I purchased today, THC, on the CNSX. It's at 78 cents as we speak. I bought it at 74 today, so I'm already up about 5%. And I literally bought it an hour ago. UBQU. This is a company that I'm really high on. It's at 2 cents. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. Can you guys see it? Okay. Can you see it okay? Okay, good. So this is UBQU. It's at 2 cents. This is the company I'm very high on. I was actually looking to buy it today, but it kept going down, and now it's up. So I should have bought it. But my strategy is when they're going down, don't buy it. Wait till it hits a floor. So let's just say, for example, so I'm going to give you an example of a floor. Let's say a stock is at 10 cents, and let's say it goes down to a penny, and then it goes back up to 4 cents. And then it goes back down to 2 cents. And then it kind of stays around 2 cents. Now I feel like it's creating a floor. Now I'll feel like, okay, now this is the bottom of the stock. And because it's been at 10 cents, if it's a good company, good management, good fundamentals, good money in the bank, little debt, and it's trading at 2 cents, but it's been at 10, I'm sitting here thinking, maybe this is going to shoot back up to 10 cents. It's built a floor. It's got a nice foundation. Now it's ready to spike up and go back up to 3, 4, 5, 10 cents. That's the kind of way I like to buy stocks, is to position myself. Like I said, when you're buying real estate, you buy low, sell high. Stocks are the exact same thing. Never rush to buy a stock. If you see PULM rushing up 98%, you don't want to buy it when it's up 98%. You want to wait until it comes back down, like yesterday, to $2.15, buy it at $2.15, and today it shoots up to $4.30, and you double your money in one day.
That's called savvy investing.
And that's what it is, really. Like when you buy a house, you don't just buy a house because you feel like buying a house that day. You buy a house because you've done your research. You look at the neighborhood. You look at the price comparisons. You look at the way it looks. You know, maybe I can renovate it. I can make it look a little bit better. I can upgrade it. I can do a few things to really make this property stick out in the neighborhood. And then you can sell it and get a nice return on your investment. It's the same thing with stocks. Maybe the company's down right now. What are they doing? What are they going to be doing in the future? Does it have potential long term? Or is it just a penny stock that's moving based on news or moving based on market manipulation? So I could take you guys a look at some stocks that I'm looking at very carefully. So take a look at Vape, okay? It's at a penny. I really like the name, Vape, obviously. I like the price at a penny. So I'm watching it very carefully, and it's been coming down. So if I look at its chart, and if I go to bar chart, and I pull up Vape, pull up Vape Holdings. Okay, so if you look at bar chart and you look at Vape Holdings, you can see it's been as high in November as 3 cents. So right now it's at a penny. So it's been as high as 3 cents just 2 months ago. Now, in the last month, it's only been around a penny. So it's kind of finding a floor. It's only up 2% this month. So it's finding a floor around a penny. In the last 3 months, it's still up 80%. So it's been as low as half a penny. So it can still go a little bit lower. It could probably go as low as half a penny, but it's getting to a point where I'm thinking it might be a good buy. It's still very risky because it's up 775% this year. So it's still extremely risky, but we're in the risk business, guys. So if you're looking for a good buy, I really like a company like Vape. I just don't know if I like it at this price because I'm watching it go down consistently, and I don't like to buy a stock if it keeps getting beat up and going down every day. I like to wait until it goes down to the bottom and then it starts to go up a little bit and starts to create a little momentum, and then I like to pick it up. But based on this chart that you see here, you could see that it's been as high as 2 cents just recently and as high as 3 cents just 2 months ago. So there could be an opportunity here to get 100 to 200% return. Do you see what I mean?
Those are the type of returns I'm looking for.
Yeah, so do you see what I mean about building a floor? It's starting to build a floor. It's starting to create a consistent pattern where it's trading around a penny. And then once it creates that pattern, then usually with a little bit of news, the stock can spike. It could jump up and it can do really, really well. So it could be a stock vape with, I believe, huge potential. That could be a money-making opportunity, but it's only a hold on bar chart. It's not a huge buy. It's not 100% buy like some of the other stocks. So it doesn't have tons of momentum, but sometimes those are the sneaky deals that you make your money on, because the deals with momentum are the deals that everybody's buying. So those are the ones that can also be the most risky, because the short traders, guys like Timothy Sykes that are out there, they're waiting for those stocks to get overbought, get to a point where, they're a little bit too high, and then they're going to short them all the way down aggressively, which is what happened to PULM. If you actually take a look at the chart of PULM, I'm going to take a look at investing.com here. Now, let's take a look at PULM for the last 15 days. I'm just going to pull up.
It's very helpful with you having it on screen. Very, very helpful. Even though you think that the resolution isn't great, it's still very helpful to see up here.
The resolution is not good because I'm trying to figure it out. I will figure it out and we will have perfect resolution. So we will be able to do this show and I'll be able to educate properly. But this is still a work in progress. Like, this channel is only a month old. And we're up to 95 subscribers on the channel, guys. Thank you for watching and subscribing. We just need 5 more subscribers to get to 100. So please subscribe, like the videos, and if you guys have any questions about any stocks, please let us know, and I'll do my best to get to you guys right away. So I'm going to try to pull this up for you guys right here. I'm going to try to show you guys PULM's chart, okay? And show you what happened with PULM, because I think it's very interesting the way that this chart has performed. And I want you guys to understand how the markets work and how market makers work and how day traders buy and sell stocks and how short traders look for stocks to short so that they can make money. Okay, why is this chart not pulling up? Why? Let me go on here. Let's do a technical chart. Okay, so if I look at a 1-month chart on PULM, and I'm going to blow this up. Okay, so this is the technical chart on PULM. Now you can see the way this thing is traded. You can see the way it's traded. Sorry, this is vape. Let's take a look at vape, okay? So you can see that vape, it's been as low, right now it's at its bottom. So it's been as low as 2 cents, then it went as high as 2 cents here at the top. Then it's come back down, and it's just been walking down all the way down to a penny. So this to me shows an opportunity where in the last month it's already been down 100%. So there's an opportunity here with vape where when it finds its bottom, it's most likely going to jump back up to 2 cents. So any investor that likes penny stocks, there's an opportunity here to make 100% return. Now the question is, when is it going to jump to 2 cents? Typically it's going to do it on news. It's going to need some type of news. It's going to need something to catapult it, to make it jump the way it did here from a penny to 2 cents. And it hasn't had any spectacular news. That's why you're seeing it kind of come all the way back down. And now this is what we call finding a floor. It's just kind of finding its floor. It's not going up or down. It's just kind of trading sideways. So it might go back down to 005 where it's been, and that would be a great price to pick it up. But this is a stock I'm watching very carefully, and I think with a little bit of news, we could see this bounce back to 2 cents very quickly, and you can make 100% return on your investment pretty much overnight. So this is one that I'm watching very carefully, very closely, and I think it has a lot of upside potential. That's vape. Let's take a look if I can pull up.
In vape, do you own any shares of vape? And if so, maybe like how many?
I do not own shares of vape. Like I said, I am only investing right now on Canadian medical marijuana companies that are licensed. I'm personally not taking the risk on a lot of these American companies yet because I want to see that marijuana becomes legalized on a federal level in America first.
How long do you think that'll be before it happens?
Well,
A year, 5 years?
I'm praying that it's going to happen soon, but the reality is because of the new attorney general that's been appointed, Sessions, he doesn't like marijuana. And that concerns me a lot. It concerns me a lot. And that's the biggest fear that I have, to be quite frank, is that the attorney general that's now been put in power by Trump has stated publicly that anybody that smokes marijuana is a bad person.
Wow.
So that's not going to help the situation with medical marijuana in America. Now, do I believe that he's going to stop medical marijuana in America? No. Because there's too much money to be made for the government to just close their eyes and turn their back on the business. But I believe it's going to be a slow process. I think it's going to be a slow process. I'm personally investing in Canadian companies because I feel like they've already got the approval. So because they've got the approval and they're going all systems go, that's where my money's going currently. Plus, I'm Canadian and I'm a little bit more conservative by nature. So I like to invest in companies that I think long-term are going to have a great future. So I'm investing in all the companies I've invested in long-term. I don't really care where they trade today. I'm thinking where are they going to trade in 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now. That's kind of the way I'm looking at a lot of these stocks. Don't get me wrong. If I am up, 30, 40, 50%, 100% on a stock, I'll sell out of that position and I'll take my returns. But I don't mind waiting for some of these companies a year or two to get those types of returns. Now, does that mean that I won't invest in U.S. companies? No, that doesn't mean I won't invest. I'm just being a little bit more careful because, like I said, I went to buy USMJ today, and TD wouldn't even let me buy it. So as an investor, that kind of got me scared, and naturally I said, okay, you know what? Let me just play it safe and invest in another licensed medical marijuana company that actually has a license from the government of Canada.
Which is very, very smart.
And just so you know, even as an American, you too can buy Canadian stocks. In fact, the Canadian markets have had the biggest year in its history in 2016 of international investors buying stocks because of international investors in America and in China, specifically in Asia, that are buying up a lot of the medical marijuana stocks. So you should even look into buying Canadian stocks because there's a lot of opportunity in a lot of these Canadian medical marijuana opportunities. Now, if you take a look at the chart here on PULM, which I pulled up for you guys, you can see how PULM has come up from 50 cents this year, guys. It went to over $1, came back down, kind of started finding a floor at $1, then it exploded to $2, $2.50. And that's when I brought it to everybody's attention. I'm like, hey guys, look at PULM, it's on fire. It went up to $2, $2.50, $3, and I said, hey guys, don't buy at these prices. Wait till it comes back down. If it goes back down to around $2, I'll buy some, and then hopefully, if it shoots up, get an opportunity to make some money. Well, guess what happened? It went back down. Yesterday, it was down almost as low as $2.10, and I was literally ready to buy it today. And what happened? It shot up again, and now we're up to $4.30. So the key here is understanding why this is happening, okay? Stocks go up on news. News comes out, the stock goes up. People get excited, they buy the stock, it shoots up hundreds of percent. And then what happens is market makers, short traders, day traders, speculators, anybody that can short stocks, guys like Timothy Sykes, they look at a stock that's highly overbought and they say, I think I'm going to short this stock. They short the stock down with tons of momentum. All the shorters short the stock together. They bring the stock down. This is exactly what happened here to PULM. And then what happens is once it gets to a point where all these short traders have made their money, it's called taking a little meat off the bone. Once they've all made their money, hopefully for them, they get out, and then a little bit of news comes back out again on PULM, and then explodes up again. So you have to be very careful with these stocks because it's a war zone. It's a war zone between the buyers on one side and the sellers on the other side. So you got buyers on one side, you got sellers on the other side. And it's a war. And who's going to win the war? So you have to understand PULM is on the NASDAQ. So you're talking about being on the NASDAQ, the short traders can short with impunity, which means they could short you down to a penny if they wanted to. So you have to be extremely careful when you're investing in these stocks because they're going to go up and they're going to come down very quickly. So just as quickly it's come up today to $4.30, I believe it's still going to come back down to $2 at some point. Does that make sense to you?
It does. It does.
So there's a lot of different variables and there's a lot of different reasons why these stocks go up and down. And the key is to kind of understand why they're going up and down. See, I actually talk to public companies, and you'll see my CEOs getting interviewed here right on Rich TV. I know these companies personally. I talk to these companies. I understand how they raise money. And the way they raise money is by selling stock. So if you know that all of these companies are raising money by selling stock, don't you think that's kind of risky?
It's extremely risky.
Well, PULM, if you actually read their news, they just came out with a share offering, raising money at $2.50. So if you're me and you know that they're looking to raise capital at $2.50 and it goes to $4.30 today, why would I buy it? Why would I buy it higher than anything higher than $2.50?
You wouldn't if you're investing wisely.
Because you know that the people that are investing in the company are selling their stock at anything over $2.50. So if it's at $3, they're making money. If it's at $3.50, they're making money. If it's at $4, they're making money. If it's at $2.60, they're making money. So chances are the stock's going to eventually come back down to $2.50 or even lower. So
what is a good area for you to buy into that? If you know that they're looking to sell at $2.50.
I would like to buy it around $2. Because in my mind, I know that they're not going to want to sell at $2 because then they're losing money. So I want to buy lower than what they can sell at. Because if you buy a stock at $2.50, why would you sell at $2 unless you're desperate? And typically the people that are selling these stocks, the institutional investors or high net worth investors that have made these investments, they're not desperate. They're not interested in selling for a loss, especially if they put millions of dollars in the stock. They're looking to sell for a gain. So I hope some of these questions that you might have had have been answered. I really love having you on the show, Daniel. Thank you for calling. You're the first caller ever on Rich TV Live, and I appreciate your effort and your time. And we'd love to have you back on the show whenever you would like. And hopefully you can set up your trading account. You can start making some investments. You can invest wisely, and you can make some good money investing in some good companies. Because for me, I would rather make good money investing in good companies than take a risk and make money in a stock that is just kind of like a risky stock. It's like, how do I explain it? It's like investing in the racetrack in a horse that you've never heard of, but it looks really nice. You know, I'd rather invest in the racehorse that's like, you know, a champion thoroughbred that everybody knows, that's, you know, been around for a long time, that has a track record of winning. That's kind of my strategy, because I want to be able to invest long term, and I want to make money not just today, but I want to make money tomorrow and next year and the year after that. And if you're investing in good companies, that gives you a better chance of success.
Well, I truly appreciate being up here. I'm very overjoyed with hearing that I'm the first person that you had here on Rich TV. It's amazing being up here. I've learned so much, and I can't wait to make money and to be a part of your journey as well. You're teaching some great information. Your content looks amazing. It's very clear, and you can tell that you're very knowledgeable about what you're saying. So I'm just excited to learn more about investing, as I am a new stock investor, and I just can't wait to see what this road takes us.
Well, you know what? I'll be putting out picks every single day, like I told you guys, and I'll tell you guys the truth. I bought THC today at 74 cents. I wanted to buy PULM, and I just missed the boat, you know? But the reality is it'll come back down, and when it does, I'll be ready. And I like the stock. I like the deal, and I still think it has huge potential. THC right now is at 76 cents, up 4% today. PULM, as we speak, look at that. See, while we were talking, PULM came back down. It's just under $4 now. So this is exactly why I say never buy a stock at a 52-week high. Never buy it at its high, because once it gets to the very high point, the short traders are going to short it down 100% of the time. So it's already come down from $4.30 to $4 while we've been talking. So as this market closes, we're going to see a little war happening in the stock. Whether it goes up or down, we'll see. So we're watching this in real time. Let's take a look. I'm watching on my phone, and I'm watching here on level 2, so might be a little bit of a delay here. Let's take a look at PULM. Okay, so PULM right now is right at $4. So you can see it's like a war zone. It's going up, it's going down. It's going up, it's going down. It's going up, it's going down. Currently up 86%. Traded 28 million shares today at $4. So $100 million has gone through this stock today.
Just today.
$100 million has gone through the stock today. 28 million shares at $4. $100 million has gone through this small cap NASDAQ pharmaceutical stock today. It's the hottest stock in the world right now. So don't buy at these prices, but if you see it go back down to $2, that's where I'd be looking to pick it up. Honestly, anything under 250, anything under 250 is kind of, it's on my radar.
So just out of simple math numbers for us out here in viewing land, let's say we bought in at $2 and we spent $500. What type of investment will we? What type of return ROI will we see on that?
Well, see, this is the thing I like to explain to everybody. So this is what I'm going to show you. Let's take a look at Facebook, okay? Now, Facebook's at $132. Now, if I buy $1,000 worth of Facebook, or I buy $1,000 worth of a penny stock, is it different? Or is it the same?
It's the same.
It's exactly the same. So would you rather buy $1,000 worth of Facebook, which is like the Michael Jordan of stocks, or would you rather buy $1,000 worth of a penny stock, which is like investing in a rookie in the NFL or the NBA or the NHL that is like a 7th round draft pick that no one's ever heard of?
But then get out there and start playing like Steph Curry.
So that's the thing, right? You can invest in Facebook, but the thing with Facebook is it's not going to go up very fast. You're not going to make 100% overnight. So that's why people like to take the risks in the penny stock world, because that's where you can double your money quickly. But it's risky. Big risk equals big reward. So I like penny stocks, but I also invest in companies like Facebook. So if I'm investing in my children's RESPs and I'm buying stocks like Facebook. But if I'm investing in penny stocks and I'm looking to take a risk, today I bought a stock, THC, which was at 74 cents. I was actually looking at buying USMJ, which at the time was at less than a penny, 0016. I could take a look at USMJ right now. If you take a look at USMJ, this is the stock I was going to buy today. 0015. Because in my mind, I'm thinking if I put in $1,000 and this thing runs to a penny, I just made 10 grand. The easy way. But throwing $1,000 at this stock is like throwing $1,000 away. I have a 99.9% chance of losing. But because I'm in the risk business, and risk is my middle name, I was willing to take the risk today until TD kind of put a stop on my risk and said, whoa, you don't want to buy this stock. This company's got like problems. So thank you, TD Bank, for protecting me. And if your brokerage house is telling you not to buy a stock, it's probably because it's not a good company. So be very careful. There's a reason why your brokerage house, your bank, is telling you not to buy those stocks.
Makes sense. Good advice.
So, even myself, I make mistakes. Like, I was going to buy this stock. I was going to make the mistake. And that's after my own due diligence, after my own research, after everything I had done to try to find this stock. I was honestly, I was ready to buy it until TD was like, no, you don't want to buy this stock. They actually wouldn't even let me buy it online. I had to call in, and then when I called in, then they were just like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do this. So.
Even after you called in, they still forewarned you.
Well, yeah, they're like, buyer beware. If you buy this, understand you have a chance of losing your entire investment. And I just got cold. And I got cold feet. I just said, no, I'll buy THC. You know what I mean? So
when you called, right now it's at 1.5, right?
That's correct. Like as you can see, this is where it's at right now, live. This is the level 2 as we see. Go ahead.
When you went to go take the initial payment trade, what was it at then? Has it went up, down by anything at all?
No, it's actually at the exact same price that I was planning on buying it at. But it's up heavily. If you look at it on bar chart, if I pull it up on bar chart, if you actually look at it on bar chart, it's up. Look how much it's up. Its chart looks phenomenal. So if you look at it on bar chart, the chart looks phenomenal. So that's kind of what got my attention. It's like way up. It's all the way up. It's up like, let's see exactly how much it's up. It is up USMJ. So that's what got my attention, the fact that it's been going up and up and up and up and up. And I'm like, okay, something's up here. This stock is running, right? And they actually are making money. They made $500,000 last year, and they showed a profit of $120,000 for the quarter, and they were increasing their profits by 50% a quarter. So I read that, and I'm like, okay, small little marijuana company, let's give it a shot. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way I think, right? And then, I called up TD Bank, and they're like, no. So I was like, probably a good idea that I listen to these guys.
So let's say it goes up even by 1 or 2 points. Wouldn't that be an extreme return?
Oh, extreme. These are the kind of stocks, because it's at 0015. Like right now on bar chart's giving it an 88% buy. So all the trends are saying it's going up. Short term, 100% buy. Midterm, 100% buy. Long term, 100% buy. So I did my research. I didn't just go to buy it. Like I did my research. It was making money. It actually is 100% buy on bar chart, 88% buy on bar chart. So, I was like, man, this is going to go to a penny. And if I put in $1,000 and I make 10 G's, I could go on a nice vacation to my villa.
There you go.
So that's what that's what I was thinking, right? But then I went to go buy it, and they're just like, no. So I don't know why. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research. If any of you guys know, or if you guys can buy it in America, let me know, because maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll set up an account in the US and I'll buy it through there, because I think this is a stock that could go to a penny.
Definitely want to take you up on that offer.
So maybe you should, talk to your brokerage house and see if you're able to buy it through them. Oh, looks like the market is closing, everybody. As we speak, the market is closing. So let's just quickly take a look at all the way everything is trading. So as we speak, USMJ just went down 12%. Happy I didn't buy it today. Vape is down 7%. USMJ is down 12%. Facebook is up 2% today. Weed, TSX, on the TSX, which is CGC with a new symbol, weed today. Big news. It's just even. Microsoft's down 1%. PULM is currently up 73%. Going down as we speak after hours. And let's take a look at the one that I bought today. THC. It's at 76 cents.
Now after hours, is that a bad time to purchase?
I don't like to buy stocks after hours because you just don't know what's going to happen after hours. Stocks go up, they go down, they stay the same. So buying stocks after hours is kind of risky. It's kind of like buying blind. It's buying a stock blind. So I like to kind of buy a little bit more when the market's open, when I can see what's going on with the news, I can see kind of how it's trending, and I can get an opportunity to understand, where the stock is. I'm going to show you why I bought THC. Let me pull it up here. So bar chart gave THC an 80% sell. So I'm like going against what bar chart says, which isn't really the smartest thing, but sometimes you just got to trust your gut. If I go to interactive chart, so I'm going to show you why I bought the stock. So if you look at its chart, you can see the stock was at kind of like a bottom in November, which is where it is right now, its bottom, which was around 70 cents, okay? So what happened was it shot up to about $1.40. I bought it around $1.24. I went to 140, I got out, made some money quickly, made a good trade. It immediately started coming back down. Down, 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 down. And if you watch, it's kind of created a floor here around 80 cents. It started kind of coming to around 80 cents, and it's just been kind of stalled at around 80 cents. At $1, 80 cents, and it came back down to around 70 cents. And I thought, you know what? I think this is going to go back to $1 just by looking at the chart. So I decided to give it a shot. I like the name. I like the fact that it's licensed. It's distributing real medical marijuana products. So I thought, what do I have to lose? Let's give it a shot. And I bought the stock today. I bid for it. I sat on the bid at 74 cents. And I just got filled. I got filled on 1,000 shares in the beginning. And then I got another 300 shares at the end of market. Because I could see here, it just closed at 73. Some people hit some bids. So I got filled on my order. So for me, like I said, I'm not looking to day trade this. This is a long-term play. If it goes to $1, I'll be up like 30-40%, and I might just take my profit. I put $1,000 in today. So if it goes up, 30-40%, I'll make my $300-400, sell out, and I'll be happy. and I move on to the next stock. But I don't hold on to just one stock. I have a team of stocks. So when other people are buying lottery tickets, people are buying beer, people are buying cigarettes, I buy stocks. I buy houses. I invest. So I like to buy stocks like they're fantasy players. And I like to hold them. And I like to buy the LeBron James of stocks and the Steph Curry of stocks. But I'm also looking for the, number one draft pick, like the Austin Matthews, the number one draft pick in hockey of stocks. And that's where I'm looking for these THCs, the up and coming stock that's going to be the next weed, the next CGC that turns into weed that becomes a $10 stock. Because what you don't know about weed, it's at $10 today. It's been as high as 17, but it was at $2 last year. It was at $2. It went to 17. It was at $2. It went to 17. Now it's at 10.
That $2.17, that would have been a real, turnaround.
That's about 10 times your money. Just under 10 times your money. So if you put in $1,000 when it was at $2 and it went to $17, your $1,000 would have been about $9,000.
Wow.
So what I'm looking for here with THC is that same type, hopefully, of explosive growth where maybe it goes to $2 or $3 one day. But if it goes to $1, I might just take my profits. It just depends on the day. Some days I see the stocks in the green, I'm just going to take my profits. I've never seen profits that I didn't like. So that's one thing I've learned about trading is when a stock is up, just take your profits and run. Don't get too greedy trying to get, too big of a return, because a lot of times these stocks will come back down and then you'll be left in the red where you'll actually be losing. And that's the worst feeling in the world. When you could have made money and then instead you held on, and I've done it many times. My friends all the time, I got stocks right now that I'm up on, hundreds of %. And my friends all the time are like, sell, sell, sell. And I'm like, nope, I'm waiting. Because I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist. Like one of the holdings that I'm very bullish on is DYA, Dynacert. It's a company that's a Canadian company that reduces fuel emissions by 20%. I'll be doing a show on it shortly. And I love the stock. I love the company. I got in at 23 cents. It's currently today at 75 cents. It's been as high as $1.05. But there's people going out there putting out news saying that they think it could go as high as $5 or $10. So I'm going to hold. And I've got a large position in it. And if it goes to $5 or $10, it will change my life because I have a large position in the security.
I hope it does very well for you.
Yeah, the symbol is DYA. I'll put it here on YouTube. So if you guys are looking for the symbol, you guys can find it. Dynacert on the Canadian Exchange. DYA is the symbol. So the market's closing up, guys. Thank you, Daniel, for calling. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this helped you. And if you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call anytime at your convenience, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And for all the winners, we're going to leave on some positive notes. As the air horn for winning. And we're going to leave on some... We need some tunes, don't we? What do you think? We need some tunes. Let's go out with some music. All right, Daniel. Have yourself a nice day, buddy. Thanks for calling, my friend. Feel free to call anytime. You're always welcome. Peace out, brother. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to like and subscribe. Remember, I'm bringing you winners first before anybody else. I brought you PULM. Don't forget it. The hottest pick in the world today. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.